Prosecutors charged Ambriana Clark with reckless homicide, and according to the criminal complaint, witnesses claim Clark pushed the victim. Clark denied it to police and said she found the victim on the floor.
A Wisconsin woman who worked at a senior care facility as a caregiver is facing a reckless homicide charge for allegedly shoving a 76-year-old resident so hard that she broke her femur, an injury that later led to her death, police say. Aubriana Clark, 27 years old, of Milwaukee, has been charged with second-degree reckless homicide for causing a fatal injury in November 2024 while the victim was in her care at Story Point Senior Living in Mequon. Clark's criminal complaint outlines a series of events that unfolded at the facility surrounding the victim's alleged assault, including how Clark told her co-workers, "If anybody snitch on me, I am going to get on that," according to prosecutors. The victim appeared to be fearful of Clark, the complaint says. Mequon police were dispatched to Story Point on November the 14th for a report of physical abuse to an elderly person in the memory care unit, the complaint alleges. Officers learned upon arrival that the victim was allegedly pushed on November the 7th by Clark, and she was taken to the hospital and treated for a broken femur. The facility director told the cops that Clark had pushed the victim on the ground and even admitted to it afterward, saying that it happened after the victim hit her with a ruler and broke her glasses, the complaint says. Now, my condolences go out to the friends and also the family members of the elderly lady that lost her life, because the way that she lost her life was completely tragic in the hands of her own evil caregiver, 27-year-old Aubriana Clark. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And if you have anybody at the Story Point nursing facility, I believe, in Wisconsin, you need to go to that facility and search around and look after your people. Check and see what's going on. Matter of fact, even if you do not have someone at the Story Point nursing facility in Wisconsin, anywhere around the world, check on your people, because these people inside these nursing homes are not doing their job the proper way. Sometimes these nursing homes be filthy, trash all over the place, the rooms be nasty, they are not even cleaning the patients right. I mean, a lot of crooked stuff is going on inside of these nasty nursing homes. Now, when you send your loved one to the nursing home, you expect for the caregiver to take care of your loved one or your friend. And sometimes that does not happen at all. And even if you send your loved one to the hospital, you expect for the doctors and the nurses to take care of your loved one or your friend. You do not expect for the doctors to mistreat them or even, neglect them or not even pay attention to them at all. Now, Miss Aubriana Clark is 27 years old. She know better. She's old enough to, know the difference between right and wrong. Matter of fact, when you are a child, you know the difference between right and wrong. Now, she had the nerve to say that the elderly lady fell. She said the woman fell. And the whole time, she pushed this woman on the floor. And when the cops made it to the facility, they found the elderly lady on the ground, just laying there. And they took her to the hospital and treated her for a broken femur.
A staff member at a senior living center in Mequon is now charged in the death of a 76-year-old woman. The medical examiner ruled the woman died from complications related to a broken hip she suffered at Story Point Senior Living in November. Prosecutors charged Ambriana Clark with reckless homicide, and according to the criminal complaint, witnesses claim Clark pushed the victim. Clark denied it to police and said she found the victim on the floor.
Such a shame. Now, Aubriana Clark made a statement to her co-workers, and this is what she said. "If anybody snitch on me, I am going to get on that. If anybody snitch on me, I am going to get on that." Help me make that make sense, you all. Leave it in the comments. If anybody understand what this means, if anybody snitch on me, I am going to get on that. What was she talking about? Getting on the co-workers, the floor, the bed? What was she talking about? Matter of fact, I know what she was talking about. She was talking about getting on the floor in prison, where she's at right now, and she deserved to be there every year that she's going to spend in prison. She deserves to be in prison for the rest of her life for what she did to this elderly lady, because this here did not make sense at all. She know better than what she did. Now, the reason why she said she did this is because she said the elderly lady hit her with a ruler and she also broke her glasses. Still does not give her a reason to do what she did. I don't get it. Now, people, if you are planning on working in the medical field, if you have a evil heart, the medical field is not for you. If you have a quick temper, the medical field is not for you. So before you even go out there and go to college or go to some type of trade school for CNA or something like that, think about this first, you all. If you cannot stand to be around elderly people or people, period, and you don't have love in your heart for people, do not get a job in the medical field, because it's not going to work well for you at all. This woman is sitting in prison right now for doing something stupid. She could have just, walked away and told somebody else, she broke my glasses and she hit me with a ruler. I'm upset right now. Let me go outside and cool off. Let me take a break real quick and pray and understand what's going on. Because these people inside these medical facilities, matter of fact, these nursing homes, they are not in their right mind. Some of these people are mentally ill. Some of these people cannot, go to the restroom themselves. They cannot take care of themselves the proper way. They need help. And that's the reason why these people are on the inside of these nursing facilities, because they need help. They need special help. They do not need someone at the nursing home mistreating them, abusing them, and pushing them down on the floor, talking to them all crazy. Because remember, you are there to help them, not to abuse them. Y'all leave a comment and let me know exactly what you all think about this story, because this story here is truly tragic. Got an elderly lady that lost her life because she had a selfish, evil-hearted caregiver that did not have any type of understanding at all. Who knows? This elderly lady probably had dementia. No telling what was wrong with this woman. So she began to act out and hit and act like a child and stuff like that. This woman probably had autism. Who knows? So if you do not understand that, don't work in the medical field. Because when you take someone's life or you may injure somebody, you're going to wind up like Miss Aubriana Clark in prison for murder. Don't make sense. Y'all have a good one and also have a blessed one. Until I see you all on another video, holla at you.